What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Mr. Luke Evan Brooks, talking to you again, just looking at the camera, making sure that everything's well. We're going to be setting up here shortly. Just having a good time, guys. And I hope that I'm coming in pretty clear. I don't know if I need to get all the way to the mic. I don't think I need to do that. But we're going to test something out here, see if everything's going well. Just having a good time, guys. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Let me get myself out of my own program here. Okay. All right, so guys, if you are tuning in now, this is more like a YouTube recording. Let me go ahead and start. My name is Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. I'm the host of Passive Income Central. I host the show for quite some time. This show talks about how to grow yourself as an entrepreneur using passive income strategies. Whether you're doing this full time or you're doing this half and half, just to alleviate what's going on with the economy or whatever's going on in your life, this show is going to talk about it. Now, for the ones that are listening now, if you haven't already, go to the description down below, look at the description. You can actually get yourself going in the right direction. If you are trying to start a business, if you are trying to get yourself together, you're working a 9 to 5, you're tired of a rat race, you're trying to do something with Facebook other than browse, other than doing all the nonsense that a lot of people are doing, I got something for you. I have a free course, A to Z, to actually help you get in the right direction when it comes to growing your business. If you don't have a business, I actually help you there in the course to give you ideas of what you can do and where to go to start working on your business. If you never had leads before, if you've been struggling to try to get people to come get your product and buy it, this course is actually for you. A to Z. This is not going to take you 6 months to figure out. Neither is going to take you 3, 1 month or so. It takes a day to get through this course. And this is going to walk you through actually showing you how to get your Facebook profile in the eyes of the right people with the appeal that it needs to show. So people won't be asking you, what do you do for a living? What is it that you do? What are you trying to help me with? This right out and how to attract those people. So guys, again, look down in the description below, click on the links, get free access to my course. It does not cost you anything whatsoever. So with that out of the way, let's go and talk about this. A lot of people want to know, what are they going to do with this inflation? I spent hours and hours today just listening about like this inflation, about this Chinese and American cryptocurrency war that's going on. And I'm going to tell you something. Let me define what inflation is according to the system here. You may not like what I'm going to tell you, but I'm just going to tell you what it says in the definition. So there's no guesswork or whatever it is around the world here. The action of inflating something or the condition of being inflated, a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. So let me lay it out. This is the whole thing that my mama taught me a long time ago, and she didn't realize what this was as far as it being inflation and a price increase and whatnot. Say back in the day, and I got this really from my grandma and my mom. Back in the day, for 5 cents, you can get a big bag of candy, right? Bag of candy, some good candy, so not no cheap candy or whatever. That 5 cents, you need to have 65 cents to get a Snickers bar back in the day when I was a little kid. Now it costs you almost close to $2. What that boils down to is that the value of your money, right? The purchasing power of your money has been diluted, I would say. So what that means is that the same money that you needed to go buy something that you regularly do buy is now costing you many more of those dollars because your purchasing power has been weakened. A lot of things have led to this with stuff going on with COVID-19, with inflation of prices, interest rates, things of that sort, and now we're in a dilemma. A lot of people are struggling now. Looking back in the states, I seen someone show me something in California. They're paying close to $7 a gallon for gas. $7. Now the thing is, your raises are not going up. It's still staying the same. What it boils down to is that inflation is eating away from your savings and your buying power. One man said it the greatest. The way to defeat it, I don't say that one man was Warren Buffett. But one way to get over inflation is that we have to improve on ourselves, right? We have to improve on ourselves. We got to improve on what we're doing as an individual. Whether that means that you're spending more hours working on your talent to get that money that you have, so be it. But I'll boil it down for you even more. This is why it's more important than ever for an entrepreneur to go out there and make things happen. When I look at it, I look at what Bob Proctor talked about when he talked about having money come to you freely and easily. What you have to do is not just have one stream, not just have two streams. You should have almost close to several streams of income coming to you to hedge off this inflation. Because again, we're talking about buying power. A lot of people are struggling. I was talking to my sister today, and she's just like, with everything going up, it's very hard. People are going to be getting kicked out of their houses here soon. I promise you that. And it looks like it's just going like a train wreck that's about to happen. I would tell you this: the best way to do is not put your money into a savings account. I will say it again. Do not put your money into a savings account. If you're going to play that way, you're basically just giving the bank free money because they're not going to give you your money's worth. If you're going to do that, you need to go ahead and invest or put your money in a high yield savings program. For the military, you got the savings deposit program if you're in a hot area. Like for me, I'm in Bahrain, and that's what I use. Others, the government workers, you can do the same thing too. But there's other ways to make yourself grow. There's other ways to do these things. You can start looking into these properties. We have money put away. You can get money from the bank while you can. You can start getting money raised up from investors, from other people who's looking to raise up some money as well too, to start buying out these houses that a lot of people are trying to get out of, because I'm telling you, it's going back to 2006, 2008 timeframe where the subprime mortgage crisis took place. A lot of folks were not ready to do that. A lot of folks were not ready to stay in a house like that. And guess what? People got out of houses because I won't keep saying guess. I'm tired of saying guess. Housing is going up. Rent has gone up. All those things have gone up to a point where you don't have control of the situation. And what I mean by control, you don't have the say so to dictate, well, I'm going to pay everything or I'm going to do this, right? You are basically at the whim of what's going on no matter where you're at, whether you're in the United States or where you're overseas. It is increasing. And to me, I think it's a correction of what took place during COVID, because everyone thought, everything's going to be cool. We're going to get these little checks and all these good stuff. And then we did get the little checks, right? But the business got bigger checks too, because they're corporations and big companies can't fail. It was kind of like a whiplash, in my honest opinion, with the system going down the way it did. With a lot of folks trying to run their business, a lot of people trying to do the things that they need to do, they're not able to do it. They're not able to grow the right way. They're not able to generate the things that they needed to do. You have businesses, small businesses, that rely on delivery services. So if your company was a small business and you didn't have some type of delivery service during COVID, chances are you're going to lose. Then you have companies that actually did do delivery service, but some of these employees were not willing to risk their lives to go out to these places and catch COVID. COVID's still out there. People really don't talk much about it, but it's still out there and it's still rising. I'm here in the States, it keeps going up and down. So it's a chaotic situation here. And what I talk about is that we got to get ourselves away from the chaos. We have to get ourselves away from the nonsense that a lot of folks are going to sit there and put in your head. And what I mean by that, it may be the news, it may be people in your family, it may be people close to you at work. You have to think for yourself. You have to get smart. Now, I'm not sitting there and telling you need to broadcast every single thing you do, but I am telling you not to be a fool when it comes to your money. If you're sitting here with one source of income, well, a situation we're living in now, you are letting the elements hit you in the face. And that's just being straight up honest with you. You do not want that to happen. You want to be ready to go, ready to take action no matter what comes your way. Too many of us are getting in a situation where we are talking about growing ourselves, we're talking about making things better, and we can't do that. And I will tell you why. If we continue on this path, if we continue to this path, it's a path of destruction. Inflation comes and goes. It's a cycle, right? You have your growth, you have your recession, you have inflation, all these things are going on with the market. But a lot of people are confused because to me, looking at it, just being away from America, you just think we're a third world country. You're just like, okay, what's going on? And then you see people talking about, well, the currency's going to be replaced. The Chinese are coming up with their money. I don't think it's that easy. Like I was seeing one of my friends talking about it on his TikTok, and I told him, man, it's like it's not that easy. I mean, people say, oh yeah, they're gonna be replaced, but a lot of people are not letting go of the dollar like that, right? Our dollar is just so out there, it's so diluted right now that you replace the money with something else, you'll crash the system. You don't have to be an economist to know that. You don't have to understand the money markets. If you replace everything that's usually in dollars into another currency, you will truly crash it. It's kind of like you taking someone off life support, just snatching it off and say, okay, let's see what happens. They're going to die. It's not like the movies where they just wake up, oh, you took me off life support, I'm up now. It doesn't go that way. But as the individual, you can control your decision points. You can control the outcomes that lay ahead for you. You don't want to get caught up in the nonsense. You don't want to be in this predicament where you feel like the victim, because too many people come around with the victim stuff. I'm going to tell you what the government's about to do. I honestly think that they're not going to pay all these benefits that people are looking to have, because if folks are struggling now to pay their bills, they may say, you know what, let me just claim unemployment COVID. These companies are not doing the COVID thing anymore like you usually thought they would, because these new pills are coming out, right? These new pills are coming out to relieve you of this COVID. You're not going to be gone for 14 days. You might be gone for the most 3 days and you're back at work. So all that's gone, right? All that relief's gone. You getting like these stimulus checks. The president can't give any more stimulus checks with this situation. It wouldn't help anyway. $600 is not going to save you from all the stuff that's going on right now. Now, if you're a business, which I behoove everyone who's watching this, then you may be talking about some extra money. But you as the individual, you as the worker, and you got to think of it like this in the military, right? Give you a military equivalent. You are E1. Highest you can go up to 09. You at the bottom of the list. Who you think they're going to care more about? That individual at the very bottom, or the person at the top? They're going to roll everything out for the person at the top, because they're making all the decisions. They're shaping everything. They can say one thing and stuff can happen. They can set the tone of policy and whatever. And that's how these CEOs of these companies are. I seen in the news that Elon Musk, he put out in the news to his employees, either you get the work or you get laid off. Now, looking at Elon, I think technically he is the richest person on earth. And then the richest person on earth is setting that tone. You have nothing to back off of, right? If you say, this is my only job, I'm good to go. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do all my stuff, but I'm not going to work. Okay, he's saying he don't need you. This is the same type of people. It's not just him who's sitting there. But for a person who is looking to curb this inflation and you're not a policymaker, the way you curb it is to create more opportunities for you to get more money in your pocket. And I'm not saying just working at one job, because I don't trust that one job stuff. I heard too many stories about people getting laid off at the end of the day and they stuck down there at unemployment. I don't care if it's got to be online business. I don't care if it's got a brick and mortar. I don't care if it's going to be a weekend thing that you do. There's ways to get that money. It's got to work smart, guys. What I do personally, I do ATMs, I do Airbnb, I do car rental, and I do digital marketing software. So at the end of the day, I ain't relying on another source. Yes, I'm active duty military. I'm going to finish my time, as I told myself, because I keep my word. But I'm not sitting there saying, well, this only check I got to wait until I retire and then I can really explain. No. And let me break this down. Let me break this back to you. For the ones that may be afraid and they don't know, nothing's stopping you from doing your own research. I don't know if y'all watched the last video I did on Facebook, but I was talking about one girl who kept complaining about every single thing. When she brought up a barrier, I tore down those barriers. I told her, like, hey, I overcome those barriers, because they teach you that when you work in AT&T, when customers will come up and have all these objections, you have to be able to outsmart them and counter them with logic, with what you're telling them, as far as not going to be a barrier. But they said, well, I don't know, I don't want to have to switch my phone number. So, well, you actually don't have to switch your number. One thing we have to do is switch your SIM card, and that number comes with you. I don't want to lose all my contacts and pictures. You just overcome it. Hey, we have a system where we can download all your pictures or send it up to the cloud. It's up to you. Or we can just download it directly from your phone to the new phone. Right now, it only takes 5 minutes. And then they really don't have no reason to say no, other than if they just flat, I don't want it regardless. The same way it comes to this person. When I was talking to her, she was complaining about why she don't want to do this, she don't want to do that. And it was just every other word with ejection. I'm going to tell you something, guys. And I'm not going to be hardball with this, to be direct. Many of you are like the same way when it comes to, hey, let's go ahead and start creating a business. Let's go ahead and start looking into doing some research. Hey, let's instead of going to the club, instead of partying out here in the street, let us go ahead and start doing some of that grinding work to pay off a year or two from now. Some of you be like, I don't want to do that. I just want to chill. And now we're in an inflation. Now you're like, well, I wish I had more money. When months ago, maybe years ago, someone came to you with a good idea and you didn't follow through. And that's not good. It's not good at all as a individual. And for me, thinking about inflation, it shouldn't stop me at all, other than just make me go harder in the paint with my dreams coming true. In Bahrain, people ask me like how it is. For $1, $1, it equates to 2.65 Bahraini dinar. So the value of the money is kind of off, right? Where you think, well, it won't cost so much, 20 BD. You're paying almost close to, or I say 10 BD, you're paying close to $30. So just times it by 3, whatever you see on the market, times it by 3, just to be on the safe side. Now, other countries are a little bit cheaper. But as far as us talking about how to hedge the situation with this inflation, the simple steps are very simple. You have to address where you stand at with your money financially, where you want to be, when you want to be there. Look at the possible avenues of how you can get passive income, whether it's online, again, whether it's you setting up an ATM at the barbershop or wherever you're going to go, or arena, whether you're doing some additional freelance work, you can get those things going for you. And once that happens, nothing can stop you. No one can tell you at the end of the day that you're not able to do this. And let me put this banner up here. There's a lot of people coming in here. Let me put this banner up here. There's a lot of people want to know about this course. Again, guys, I have a Facebook course that I'm showing y'all right now. You can go here, sign up to the free business course. It's the Facebook in a Box course. A to Z. It'll walk you through exactly what you need to do to start your business. But I'm tired of too many people coming to me. And the thing is this, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. I get tired of people at this point now where I told you the government's not going to be giving free money. I'm not going to give you extra money because they're tight. All the governments are tight, basically. Instead of that, they just randomly walk up to you and say, give me some money, buy me this, buy me that. You know what I tell people? I don't be too rude because people tell me I have to calm down with that. I say, well, that's good. How about you go to the store and go buy it yourself? And that's straight up truth. Don't come over here because it's getting to a point where you're not going to get any benefits. If there's no money to be spread around, where you used to get a bunch of money, you get a little check, you're still stuck at problem number one. And a lot of people think that's going to be the thing. They think that's going to be the way to actually get through this whole recession. And I'm going to not recession, this inflation, which is going to lead to a recession. I would tell you another thing. It's not going to be over with in a few weeks. Whatever's happening, it's going to happen here this year. And I don't mean to be Mr. Naysayer or Mr. Scary Man or whatever you want to call. I'm just being a person who's being straight up honest with you on how you can defeat this or how you can protect you and your family. Because at the end of the day, when things start getting crazy, you're not going to be the one to be like, well, dang, I need help and no one can help me. You'll be the one to be like, okay, Roger that, we know what we have to do. Now, the ones out there that are listening, the ones that may not understand how serious this thing is going to be when it comes to getting through inflation, let's talk about the situation with this baby formula. Yeah, that's right. The United States does not have enough baby formula. What do you think the price of that formula is going to be? Formula is already expensive. I don't even have kids, but I remember people buying formula when I was working at a grocery store, and it was pretty expensive. So now with inflation, with supply and demand situation, how much you think it's going to cost? It's going to cost you a good arm and a leg. That's for formula. And a lot of people don't want to tell you this, but I'm your friend. You got to get smart. You got to be able to look through the signs. So guys, I hope that this helps you out. If you feel like this message has reached you, if this message has really resonated with you or your family, your loved one, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Let us know what you think. What you want to know what's coming on next, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff. And I don't want to go too deep into one video here. There's going to be many more videos that I'm going to talk about this. But I want to know your comments. I want to know your thoughts. You got questions, let me know. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Guys, again, the free course is down below. It's on the screen right now for the ones that's looking at it. Sign up to my free business in a box course. It's going to get you A to Z. So again, guys, I thank you for tuning in. I want to say this to you. If you can see it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hands. Things becomes, possible when you focus your energy, you focus your thoughts in the right direction, okay? All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Catch you on the other side.